Tonight, progression of history has been made. The healthcare bill has been passed by the House in a vote of 219 to 212. This is a very, very celebratory night for the United States. Although I understand that a lot of people may not like this, they might not be against it, but one must understand, in any other time we do things for other people of the world. We have so many bases with 500,000 people all over the world contending to their needs, but when it comes to helping out Americans, why now must so many people and so many people that represents the United States Congress be against something that will benefit Americans? Not just the Americans that they are closest to the constituents in those voting districts, but people all over, the people that the haves and the have-nots. That is what I'm talking about, folks. And for those who are looking at this right now, and those who may against, you may call me a socialist, you may call me whatever else that you may call me. But one thing is for certain, me as a political science student, I am all up for any legislation that helps the betterment of the American people. I personally is willing to do anything to support anything that's for the betterment of the American people. This is, is this bill perfect? No. But it's a step in the right direction to fight against the corporate interests, those that have been pimping the Republican Party for so long, and some of those Democrats. We're not going for that. The Democrats that voted tonight have done a great thing, and I appreciate them and God bless them, even those who voted against this, for they don't know what they were doing. They was looking at their interests and out of the simple fears which came from the Bush administration. Right now I'm looking at Fixed News, who's coming with all these fears. They driving into these things. They looking at defeat. They have defeat in their eyes, and they speaking with their tongue. They coming with the same thing. They have nothing. They have nothing better to say or add to this situation. History has been made tonight, folks. In order to think about it, in order to think about what's been happening tonight, one must remember that when when women were allowed to vote, there was a step in the right direction, but it wasn't over with. Many other bills that came to make women just as equal. When African Americans, my brothers and sisters, were allowed to vote way back during the Emancipation Proclamation, and the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments were passed. They were allowed to vote. They were free from slavery, but also it was a step in the direction, but it wasn't all. It wasn't it, folks. The civil rights era of the 1950s and 60s had to make everything concrete, and other things came to be in order to make rights equal for all citizens, not just for blacks, not just for women, but every contributing America in this country. So with this bill, many people are bringing up fear, saying that no, we don't want Obamacare, or whatever the case you may call it. We don't want socialism, but people are taking advantage of health care in the form of Medicare. That's a socialistic program. Medicare, Social Security, all those things are socialistic programs. And now you're telling me that you want Medicare, but you don't want to have a bill or support a bill that will make the average person in the world's richest country to be able to afford health care? Think about that for a moment. And when you do, any questions, comments, or confusion that you have, I'll be glad to answer them. Chris Adams, signing out.